We're here at 1325 Southwest Panorama doing an in-depth walkthrough of this beautiful home. We're going to go through slowly so you can really see it. I know many people have wanted to tour and see what it's all about, so figured we'd go through slowly so you can see everything about this home here on Panorama Drive. So right off the entryway, you have all these really nice vertical ceilings, beautiful staircase, and you have a office or a bedroom. Flex room for sure would be an ideal office. All this great natural light, and of course this door is set up as an office, but I've seen many people use these as bedrooms as well. So on the main level here, we have just amazing views. So I love how they did these windows with the vertical nature of some of these windows, but you see off in the distance, Moscow Mountain, parts of Washington, just beautiful views. You're perched up here on the top of Panorama, windy points around the corner. So definitely an area that includes the views. So you're getting that right off your main level here. And you've got this large living space. There's a gas fireplace here. So during the wintertime, that's really nice to just have the aesthetic of the fireplace, but also puts out some heat if you're interested in that in the cold winter months. And so you've got a nice area to have as a living, dining, kitchen combo. It's all an open floor plan here, so very modern. Beautiful cabinets. I like that they did these cabinets all the way to the ceiling. If you're shorter, you probably need to get it on a step stool for some of these upper shelves in these cabinets. But isn't it great to have that extra storage space for things you don't use on a daily basis? There's still plenty of storage throughout for all your daily use things, but it's nice to have that close by in the kitchen, not off in the garage or something like that. So really large island. This is set up to, you can put stools or chairs right off the island here. I like how they made it feel like a table in a way, just a very modern style. So you have quartz countertops. Master's Touch did all of the cabinets in this home when it was built a couple years ago. You've got a nice backsplash all the way around. You can see it goes all the way up behind the vent. So this is high-end stuff. So Thor appliances, not everybody's heard of Thor, but Thor originally was a commercial appliance brand, but they've now done some residential. So you're getting commercial grade stuff here. I like this flat cooktop that's part of the 6-burner stove here. Great for griddling hash browns or something on a weekend morning. We've also got multiple oven spaces here as well. So if you're into cooking, this is a kitchen that you're going to enjoy. Lots and lots of storage throughout, all these nice drawers. Even have some drawers in the island as well as your microwave. So some of these newer homes have gone to this microwave with the rollout drawer versus above the oven. It allows your range to work so much better when you're cooking. The ventilation, this is a great ventilation system they've got here. The problem with those microwave units is they don't really ventilate well. So anyone who's cooked something that's maybe a little pungent understands what I'm talking about. You're just not, and you have those microwave above. It also reduces the amount of space you have there as well with the microwave unit, because it has to be low enough to be able to reach. And so I really like that the builders have gone to this type of system. So really nice Thor fridge here. One thing that's unique is this flex drawer that the temperature can be changed to colder. And so if you have wine or certain meats or something you want at a different temperature, you can use that flex drawer. And then you got the freezer drawer pull out on the bottom, which is really nice. And really large storage here as well. So plenty of storage in the kitchen. This area right here was installed, was an upgrade after this home was built. Great place to take off shoes, kind of a little mudroom area right off the garage, which is to our left. And then you've got a really nice half bath here too. So this is great for if you're entertaining right off the main place where people are going to be hanging out. You've got easy access to a half bath there. We'll take a quick look at the garage. It's a pretty large garage for a 2-car especially. You've got this little extra area here with a fold-up bench. So if you want to have a little work area but still maximize the amount of space you have in this garage, have that available. Also have heat in the garage that was added to this home, as well as a faucet right there. So if you're washing cars, right there, you have access to water. One of my favorite upgrades after this home was built, the deck was constructed when the home was built, but they did this covered area, which is really nice. So you've got the fans, you've got wind blocking right there, and a little privacy as well. So just amazing views right off the deck here and over it's pushing an acre, this property. Will go down and I'll show you some of that in a minute, but you've got gas hookup right here so you can get your grill set up, not have to worry about propane tanks and everything. So right there you have gas hookup. So really excellent. A day like this, a perfect summer day as a hangout spot, and you can stay cool and a little bit protected from the elements on the colder, windier days. So that was a really nice upgrade. Pretty much all the upgrades in this home were actually done by the group that built it as well. So it wasn't an afterthought where they were getting some handyman that didn't really know what they were doing. Also added a little bit of book storage at the end of the cabinet here. That was done by the cabinet maker who did everything else. They wanted to make sure it flowed perfectly. They were into cookbooks, so they had that put in for cookbooks. We'll go ahead and walk upstairs here, and those vertical windows continue that I was talking about. So you continue to have all those views kind of throughout this home, which is really cool. Overlooking this really awesome entryway. You have more windows over there to continue the view. So this is the primary bedroom. So large space, includes a nice large walk-in closet as well. So plenty of storage space. The great thing is the ceiling height in this home is excellent. So you continue with those views kind of throughout the home, like I was talking about, and the primary bedroom is no exception. It continues throughout, which just really makes it feel like elevated, in my opinion. To just have the views. Everybody wants a view of the Palouse, and this home's definitely got it. So you've got dual vanities here, really large tiled shower. So everybody seems to want a large tiled shower. This is a little bit extended. It's really a large space when you look at it. You've got the private toilet here. That's a big desire of a lot of people in these new construction homes as well. And then they opted for an area for folding and cabinet storage as well. So that was upgraded. They weren't into the tub, so decided to go with that instead, which makes it a really useful area. I know about half the people that have a large tub, it just takes up space in the primary bathroom. So they decided to go that route. So making our way down the hallway, we'll continue and look at the first of a couple bedrooms. So nice space in this bedroom. Views continue. You really have 360 views in this home, no matter which room you're in. So really good storage here in the closet. So it makes a great kids room. And then out in the hallway, continue more storage here. The nice linen closet as well. So plenty of space there. And then we have laundry. So they continued that theme of these cabinets that go all the way to the ceiling. Maximizing the space allows for you to store more things where they belong versus in some bedroom in the basement or some storage in the basement, garage, etc. So I love this window that they did. Just adds a little bit of character. Even in the laundry room, we've got a place for laundry hookups right there. And then we have another bedroom. So similar to the one we just looked at, this bedroom is a good size. Comfortably fit just about any size of bed here. And the same type of closet as the other bedroom. And then you have a really nice full bath up here. So an excellent job. I love this color on the tile in the bath. It's a deeper, big tub. Having kids, like these big tubs are really sweet because an adult could comfortably soak in this tub versus a lot of the ones you see that are just unusable for adults, or they get a little cramped if a couple kids are taking a bath. Really nice quartz countertops. The custom cabinets continue in the bathroom as well up here. And then we'll make our way down to the lower level. So it's about 2/3 of an acre. It's really a big lot, and we'll take a look at that lot towards the end. But there's so much opportunity here. You're not restricted to a small lot that is blocked in by everybody. You feel like you have space up here, which is really nice. So at the bottom of the stairs, before we look at the living space and everything, this is pretty fun. Most people who have toured the house really like this. So they lighted this understairs storage and it just kind of continues all the way around. So pretty fun place. I imagine that'd be a hide and seek spot for kids running around this home. And you've got a nice utility room down here. So you've got sump pump, Pullman. It's common that we have water in our soil and underground. The builder went ahead and pre-installed this. There weren't necessarily water issues, but they just wanted to make sure that that was never an afterthought, which in a lot of new construction in Pullman, that ends up happening where 5 years down the road, they find out they need a sump pump or extra drain tile in a home. So this was already just taken care of, so should not have any issues. Really nice high efficiency furnace here and high efficiency on-demand gas water heater, and a water softener was installed too. So pretty much everything you want just taken care of. So there's a little bit of crawl space access. There's a small portion of the house that has a crawl space off that room as well. So in this living space, you've got some cool features. So you continue with the views even on the lower level out here, but they've got it set up as a theater, which is really cool. Just plug in a projector and you've got yourself a really sweet theater room. One other upgrade they did in this lower living space was the bar. So again, they had the cabinet maker come back and do this bar. So you've got wine fridge, beverage fridge built in, a sink that is built in, and more storage space as well. So they really just maximized this space, really created a cool environment. And then you have another bedroom down here. So this is set up. They had a Murphy bed built in, which is really neat. So this can be flexible use, right? So if you're setting this up as a guest room, the room can also be used when it's not being used for guests by folding up the bed. Then when guests come, set it up for guests. We've got a whole wall of closet storage here. which is awesome. And another full bathroom. So similar to the upper level bathroom, high-end bathroom, great cabinet, quartz countertops, big tub. This is what you want. So I think guests will be happy hanging out in this space. If you have guests over, anyone utilizing the lower living room also. And off this lower level, a covered patio. So another great place to hang out, enjoy the views, enjoy the lawn, just an excellent space. So I'm gonna go grab my shoes and come back down here so we can take a look at the lot. All right, so we're at the front of the house. Of course, I picked the windiest day of the month to do this, but we are looking at the end of Panorama here, Southwest Panorama. And so eventually they will build homes between here and the other section of Panorama, but for right now, it's incredibly private up here. You just have the end of a cul-de-sac essentially, but really cool entryway. I just love the aesthetic of this place. The lot continues. We're gonna walk all the way down here. So other upgrades they've done outside is all of these retaining walls. And so the lot actually comes all the way to the end here. You see there's a walking path that'll eventually be paved by the homeowners association here, but they did these really nice, if you see the line of Japanese cherry trees here, all this rock work, these retaining walls, really making this lot usable. But one thing that's on this home is solar panels too, which is great. Save on electricity costs, as well as the opportunity to really juice up those solar panels and get additional solar panels if you were to have an electric vehicle. So you've got a faucet here. Really nice how they did these retaining walls, usable space. They actually had a trampoline out here when they lived here, but they did a really nice job. So you have a really large lawn, and there's that covered patio we poked our head out on earlier, but really nice lawn space. And all of this space down below is whatever you want it to be. So if you want to do a tiered garden, you want to landscape it, you have a sprinkler system throughout this whole lawn. They added the matching storage shed. We'll poke our head in there at the end. But you see all this mowed area. This is all part of the lot. So tons of opportunity. Continue with the retaining walls. They put stairs down to the path as well. So really make it how you want it to be. They installed faucets right off the city line. So you have high power faucets right there. You've got some garden beds that are already irrigated, ready to go. So just a really excellent, usable space. Large storage unit here as well for all your lawnmowers, garden equipment, and everything like that. So overall, great backyard with a view, tons of opportunity for expansion for however you'd want to use it, but it's all kind of set up here. So if you are interested in learning more as far as floor plans, in-depth look with photos, we have a website, panorama.pullmanmoscow.com. You can take a look at that. You will also be able to book a tour there if you'd like, but feel free to direct message me, give me a call, send me a text if you would like to come look at this house in person. Just what a lot of people seem to want, and I think it's a great home here in Pullman and a great location, centrally located right off of Center Street there. So easy access to either side of Pullman. Off the back side, easy access to Spokane, Colfax, out that way. So really a great spot to be located at here in Pullman, but a nice private location as well.